G'day everyone, it's AndyG here. Today I decided that I'm going to do a bit of a festival remix for Martin Garrix's new song, Angels for Each Other. I absolutely love it. It's been on repeat for me the whole weekend. And yeah, I just couldn't imagine but think what if there was like a little festival remix to it, a little bit more main stage feeling, more like you get that whole festival vibe kind of from the track. So I'm going to give it a go. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm going to be making it progressive house because obviously that's what Martin Garrix does. So I'm going to try and imitate that the best way that I can, but no promises if it's going to be good or bad, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, also as an announcement, I have released a Patreon, so if you haven't joined, you can join down below. Heaps of different tiers. I'm making sample packs, doing track feedback, also doing mix and masters, Zoom sessions. If you want to check it out, link will be down below. I'd love to see you there and connect. But yeah, for now, let's get into this festival remix kind of thing for Martin Garrix's new song, Angels for Each Other. Alright, so I have the acapella and the original song here. I've used Neural Mix Pro to extract the acapella from the original. And yeah, this is when I do my remixes, I have both, so that way I can check between the two to make sure I have at least similar chord progressions and stuff like that, because I like to keep, like when I do my remixes, I like to still keep them kind of the same, but obviously like change the drop and add a few other different elements too. So let's start off with making the chords. So how I make my chords for remixes, literally we'll play the original. Might be a little bit hard because there's not much bass in there, but I'll take an EQ, high pass it, chuck the tuner on. Sometimes it will show, but it seems that this is going to be harder, but I think the chords remain the same throughout the whole song. So we go E, G, D, E, G, D, C. Alright, and so then what I'll do is I'll make a MIDI track, label it of course, because I always label everything. And just make sure I turn them off in case I go back to it later. And we are going to start off with a respace, because I think that would be the best way to start the break. Nice bit of tension and like perfect. So what did I say it was? E. सुन मेरी जान जीने से खफा तू है क्यों होने दे खता तू जो है पर यही है जी ले सुन मेरी जान जीने से खफा तू है क्यों होने दे खता तू जो है पर यही है जी ले सुन मेरी जान जीने से खफा तू है क्यों होने दे खता तू जो है पर यही है. Also need to add a bit of reverb to the vocal just so I can get a bit more feeling for it. संग मैं रहूं कितना भी हो अंधेरा हर जिक्र हो तेरा मेरी हर दुआ. Alright, so now we're also going to add in some pads. I want to try and go for a bit of blend of like organic and also like analog kind of style, like something like kind of vintage but also still kind of cool. We'll see how this analog and lush preset goes. Could be cool. We'll make it into chords. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sounds pretty cool.
जो है पल यही है जी ले सुन मेरी जान जीने से खफा तू है क्यों जी ले सुन मेरी जान जीने से खफा तू है क्यों होने दे खता तू जो है पल यही है
Really like that. That's nice.
जी लेना संग मैं रहूं कितना भी हो अंधेरा Life will be beautiful सुन
And then what I'm also going to add now is the piano, which I might get it playing the same rhythm as the song. So what we're going to do is try and find a nice piano. I think the ballad grand piano is always a good one. Alright, sorry about that if that jump cut with the camera. My camera just had a weird malfunction. But anyway, back into the remix. We're going to bring in a piano. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make it similar to the original. So it's... I don't think it goes. I think it's... I think that's how it goes. Yeah. So I'm just going to repeat that for the other chords. Alright, hopefully we're back. I'm sick of my camera having issues, but I don't know where it cut out, but I'm just going to go through the piano. So I have a ballad grand piano from Nexus. I added an OTT, which is kind of similar to the pads, and I've also added a Satin preset, which is called the Modern Synth Sand, which gives it a nice little like lo-fi vibe. Just makes it a little bit different. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add like a little, so this part of the vocal. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pitch this up 12. I'm gonna add heaps of reverb. Which gives it a cool little vibe. I'm going to use the cheesy speaker preset, so it's just taking the highs and the lows out and boosting a little bit of the mids just to give it like almost like a phone call kind of vibe. But yeah, this is what it sounds like. Just adds a little bit different. I'll do the same thing here. Life will be beautiful. Life will be beautiful. Know that you. And then I'm gonna add in a guitar here similar to the original version, because the thing with remixes is that people still want to kind of hear elements of the original one, of course, but what you have to do is you have to just try and give it your own twist. And because I'm trying to make it more festival, I've got to kind of add in some more festival elements while still paying homage to the original one. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon. Just using utility to bring up the volume a bit.
We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. Know that you're not.
I think I may.
Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far. In the shadows of dawn, and here all alone, angels for each other. We are.
And so I think
मेरी हर दुआ में life will be beautiful.
so in that little gap there, I'm gonna add a big sub drop, because obviously it's kind of signature to Martin Garrix. He loves his little sub drops in between, so I'm gonna add one of them with like a little sweep going into it. So we're in the key of G major, so we want to try and find a sub drop in G. And who else to go for than Kashmir? I kind of want one that's a little bit more just clean. Like that's perfect, but we may have to just bring it down. We'll just bring it down a semitone.
Life will be beautiful. Life will be beautiful. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we.
And then we're just gonna add a couple impacts.
Life will be beautiful. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone.
And then we're going to add in some claps here to get the crowd involved if you're playing it out, so then that way they can respond and feel part of it, not just standing there not doing anything. We'll get some big claps, I think. We'll go with this one.
Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the.
And then that's we'll bring in the build, which I'm going to use one of Rios's samples for.
The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far. In the shadows of dawn, and here all alone, angels for each other. We are.
And then we'll go into a big snare, which will then lead into the drop. For now, I'm leaving the break very bare bones. That's just because of the fact that I want to try and make sure the drop blends in with it well, and then I'll build on the break a little bit more if I add in more elements and all that. That snare was ugly, but we're just going to try and find a big snare. And that's perfect to go into the drop.
We are.
Alright, so now we have to try. Now I'm going to try and recreate the drop melody. So I'll be back with you in one moment while I try and figure this out. So, I finally figured it out. It took me a fair bit of time, as you saw in that little time lapse, but we have the drop lead. Okay, so how we're going to do this is that there is a pack from Styx, and they have released like a Martin Garrix inspired pack. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through these leads and try and find some decent ones that kind of resemble that whole progressive house feeling.
We are.
That could be a good start. I just want to build on it a little bit so I can hear how it properly sounds. I'm just adding a sidechain so I can hear how it would sound when I add a kick in. So I think that's our first layer. We're going to build on from that. Another layer. I think I'm going to have to bring some of these down an octave. There's a lot of serum in here. There is a lot of serum, and I have used 2 of the Starlight presets, but that's exactly the vibe that I'm trying to go for. That whole like Starlight kind of feel, but let's see what else we can find. Nice. And then I'm going to add in a couple Nexus like strings and pianos. We'll add in the dance piano. Actually, there's a new one that they released, new dance piano. Let's just see how it sounds in the build. If I add, I'm gonna have to turn the sidechain off. Sounds promising. I'm quite happy with how it's sounding so far. Of course, we have to build on and build more from it. We'll add in a bit of processing too. I'm going to add in a DST for a little bit of distortion and saturation. Just going to add sausage fattener at the end because that's what I like to do for like just as almost like a clipper kind of thing. I mean, not a clipper, a limiter. But yes, so now we're going to move on to the synths, and I don't know whether to go like gated or leave it straight like 4 on the floor. My mind is taking me to gated, but we will see how it pans out. So let's load up some pad synth kind of presets. I'm gonna have to add in a kick. I can't get like a proper vibe for it, so I'm just gonna add in a drop kick. Progressive house. We want punchy. We'll see if Kashmir has like a good solid punchy kick in G. That could be nice. Does feel a little bit boomy, so I'm going to tame that a bit. Let's bring this up. So I think the chords fit that gated style beautifully, but I think I'm going to keep the sub straight 4 on the floor. I'm going to use an operator. I'm just going to keep it as clean as I can. I'm surprised my computer hasn't died yet for the amount amount of serums we have, but we move. So now we want some really nice, aggressive, ugly sounding basses. And what I'm going to do is... That's naughty. I'm going to add in some pitch, like bends in between, like it's all going to be sliding down, but just to give it a bit of movement and change it up. It's really nice. I just gotta add, sorry if I'm not talking so much, I'm just in the zone, just trying to figure out things and trying to make things work. And then,
are you looking up? Are you looking up like I do? I could be right beside you. Are you looking up? Are you looking up like I do? Are you? Are you looking up? Are you looking up like I?
And then that's when I'm going to bring in like a little kick just to really get the groove going and let it happen after the second break.
Looking up like I do. I could be right beside you, and we may never know. For all this time.
Can we just take a moment though to appreciate Martin Garrix's vocals? Like, what the heck? Who knew he had that in his locker? What a talented bloke. But besides the point, let's go back into the drop. Alright, so we're going to add in some drop claps. I'm going to go to the ultrasonic progressive house essentials because there's so many gems in that pack. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. I think this one would be nice. I'll take that back. Okay, there's some nice drop claps. We're going to add in some drop rides. I'm going to also add in another build-up drums while I'm here. I'm really liking this. This is sick. So then we also got to add in the signature little fills, all those little types of stuff. Now he's got to find the places for them. One there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little last bit of the build up from the build snares and the big snare, and I'm going to use that as my little fill in between. And there's going to be one more. Hopefully the sticks pack has one. I don't know if they're gonna have it, which is kinda annoying. That might be good for the start, actually. Okay, I'm gonna have to try. I might just end the last one with this little fill. I'm just hearing something in my head because I know I changed all the... I just want to hear how this sounds. Ooh. Hold on. I don't know if I like that or not. I'm in two minds about it. I'm going to keep it. And then in that one, we're going to slide it up because it's going to the note above. Or like notes above it. I'm really, really digging this mix. Like, I didn't expect it to turn out the way it's really turning out, to be honest. But we also, of course, need to add in some crowds, downlifters, you name it. It's got to be put in. So, we're going to add in some crowd. Alright, we're going to add some downlifters. I'm going to use Vengeance for these just because I think they're some of the cleanest samples out and they're basically the standard, especially for like this genre, progressive house and all of that. One link like that is just perfect. And that part is where I'm going to add some hats, like those, like, you know what I mean. The shoe says hi-hat loops there. Actually, I'm going to see if this Sticks Packs has any. This could be cool. They're a little bit too high for me, so I'm going to get in a frequency shifter and I think just bring it down a bit. I think this would be perfect. That sounds better.
Are you looking up? Are you looking up? Are you looking up like I do? I could be right beside you. Are you looking up like I do? You're looking up like I do. You're looking up. Are you looking up like I do? Looking up like I do. I could be right beside you, and we may never know.
What I'm doing here is I'm just consolidating it and just bring it down so the claps eventually fade out. I also got to add in my AndyG little fill thing.
Are you looking up? Are you looking up like I do?
And then that's where I'm gonna add in the break kick. I'm so hyped. Like, I should have stopped recording like a little bit longer ago, but I'm so in the zone right now. I'm so locked in that I want to try and finish this all. I don't know if this is going to be like, I'm going to keep the episode as long as it is, like with no cuts, or I'm going to cut it up just to make it a bit shorter, but I'm so obsessed with how this is going, so I'm just going to keep moving.
Are you looking up? Are you looking up like I do? I could be right beside you, and we may never know. For all this time,
I'm going to add in like a little house loop.
If I learn to pray right, I pray safely home. Life will be beautiful.
I'm going to do that same thing where I'm just going to have, I literally just keep it like really chill. Like, I don't need the claps or anything because I've already built up all this energy. And what I'm going to add in this little section, I think will be a nice little string. I think will be the best option.
Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We right. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We right. सुन मेरी जान जीने से खफा तू है क्यों होने दे खता तू जो है पल यही है.
I'm just going to have a quick break now and I'll be back in 1 second. Alrighty, I am back. I'm locked in. And let's see where the rest of this goes. So, second break.
Are you looking up? Are you looking up like I do? I could be right beside you, and we may never know. For all this time, it's getting kinda clear.
I think this one will be
All
nice.
this time, it's getting kinda clear as we getting near the daylight. If I learn to pray right, I pray safely home. Life will be beautiful. All this time, it's getting kinda clear as we getting near the daylight. If I learn to pray right, I pray safely home. Life will be beautiful.
I'm going to add in a nice string.
Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far. In the shadows of doubt, been here all alone, and just for each other. We are brave, right? Before.
I'm gonna make it much warmer.
Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far. In the shadows of dawn, been here all alone, angels for each other. We are. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all.
I'm just gonna move this over
The sun and
because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in like the guitar pluck kind of thing, or
the sun and the moon and stars. Life will be beautiful. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. The sun and the moon and stars. We are. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not. Life will be beautiful. See who you are. We are. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far. In the shadows of dawn, been here all alone, angels for each other. We are.
I haven't spoken for a while, but I've literally just like the reason why I haven't made it like an outro is like extended mix, because I feel like that this song would be like a last set song, like Martin Garrix said in his TikToks, just fireworks, pew 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 pew. You get it, but
We are.
and what I'm gonna have there is a massive sweep and then just like a gong hit. I think will be the best way to do it.
Sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far.
And so I'm just gonna have one massive like gong hit if I can find one. Exactly like that. Just
We are.
exactly like that. So what I need to do is make some plucks. This video is going to be forever.
Been here all alone, angels for each other. We are.
So I'm going to get rid of all like the little things I added, because I want this to be like the same as the original.
Life will be
Oops.
Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not.
And we're gonna put an amp on it just to make it a little bit more realistic, of course. So it's not like if you're just plugging your guitar straight into like an interface or anything like that. We want a nice clean one. Not that. One like that's perfect.
Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. Life will be beautiful. Life will be beautiful. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. We are. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all.
Just trying different things, but it's not really working as well as I wanted it to. But what we have to do is we're gonna have to build out the build a little bit more.
The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look.
So we want uplifters, we want risers. That's a good one. And we're also going to add in a Pong riser because that's kind of like the signature, you know, progressive house kind of thing. I'm going to throw that in there too.
this.
And that's when I want like a little sweep transition, just like a mini one, nothing too crazy. No, not like that. Exactly like that. Just something just to give it that transition and make it a nice little feel in between.
Are you looking up like I? Are you looking up like I do? Are you looking up? Are you looking up like I do?
Just like that.
I could be right beside you, and we may never know, and we may never know, never know, we may never know, never know, we may never know. For all this time, it's getting kinda clear as we get. For all, and we may never know. For all this time, it's getting kinda clear as we get near the daylight. If I learn to pray right, I pray safely home, safely home. Life will be beautiful. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. Life will be beautiful.
That's perfect.
Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are. We are. Angels fall. We are.
So I'm gonna add in like some big drums, massive cinematic drums. I'd love to know how long this has gone for.
Life will be beautiful. No, we are. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. We are. Life will be beautiful.
So with what I was doing there, I was just turning off the pads and stuff as it hit into the drop, because there's a little bit of interference in the drop when that happens, because it keeps playing. So yeah, I'm just turning that off and letting it just do its own thing, so that way it doesn't interfere with the drop too much. But in all honesty, I'm pretty happy with how that sounds. I'm just going to quickly save it, and it's going to be blurred so you can't see my IDs. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with how it sounds, and for like, I think it's just over an hour, or it might be like an hour and a half of like just straight in the zone, locking in. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing that it's a problem, you think you're finished, but then you're like, no. I just want to add a drone in the break. Literally perfect.
सुन मेरी जान जीने से खफा तू है क्यों ये देखा था तू जो है पल यही है जी लेना संग मैं रहूं कितना भी हो अंधेरा और जिक्र हो तेरा मेरी हर दुआ में Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and
the only thing I think would be needed, I think just listening back to it now, is just like a little snap.
जो है पल यही है जी लेना संग जी लेना संग मैं रहूं कितना भी हो अंधेरा और जिक्र हो तेरा मेरी हर दुआ में Life will be beautiful संग मैं रहूं कितना भी हो अंधेरा और जिक्र हो तेरा मेरी हर दुआ में Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall.
Alright, I'm going to stop it there because otherwise I'm going to keep adding in a bunch of other different things that probably aren't needed in the grand scheme of things, but I'm literally just going to throw in this drone everywhere else where it's needed just to fill it out that little bit more. And then I think we're going to call it a day there. But yeah, I think it was very, very successful. I'm very happy with actually how it turned out. Like I didn't expect it to turn out the way that it has. I'm just adding in some side chains now for when like the main drop and then the kick at the end. But I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. Sorry if the episode's a little bit too long, but like I've said before, I had the inspiration and it was all there and it was all ready to go, and I just really didn't want to lose that by like cutting it short like the first drop. So I just wanted to finish the track, or at least have like the first version of the track, and I will release this probably soon, because I'm a big fan of it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, let's get into how the final version sounds. I know I spelt it wrong before. Angles for each other, definitely not. It's angels for each other. But yeah, I have it now. Let's have a final listen through, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think of it, and I'll see you guys next time. All the best.
सुन मेरी जान जीने से खफा तू है क्यों होने दे खता तू जो है पल यही है जी लेना संग मैं रहूं कितना भी हो अंधेरा और जिक्र हो तेरा मेरी हर दुआ में Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far. In the shadows of dawn, we hear it now. Angels falling down. We are. looking up? Are you looking up like I do? I could be right beside you, and we may never know. For all this time, it's getting kinda clear as we get into daylight. If I learn to pray right, I pray safe at home. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far. In the shadows of God, been here all along. Angels for each other. We are. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. We are. Life will be beautiful. Know that you're not alone. We rise and we fall. I see who you are underneath it all. The sun and the moon and stars. We don't have to look so far. In the shadows of doubt, been here all along.